These are 10 curly hairstyling tips that I wish I knew sooner. A little bit of leave-in conditioner before you go in with curl cream goes a long way to help add some extra moisture back into your hair. For the love of God, section your hair. Please do not style with the whole entire thing down. The best product layering order is leave-in curl cream gel oil. Do not finger coil every piece of hair. A brush makes it go 10 times faster. And when you brush style, brush up and away from your root for more volume. Applying gel with the praying hands method helps with definition and frizz control, and scrunching is your best friend. Don't be afraid to apply hair product up by your root. Ditch the middle part, it's making your head look flat, and the faster that you style to avoid one, the sooner it will be untrained to be there. And lastly, don't be afraid to touch your hair. A little bit of frizz never hurt anyone.
If you have curly or wavy hair, you need these products. Starting off with the products that revived my heat damage. This is the Shea Moisture Black Castor Oil line. Specifically, the leave-in conditioner has saved my heat damage curls. The gel is also a really good option for people who are starting the curly hair journey and just need like a light hold gel. Second is that Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Curl Cream and Curl Gel. A lot of you guys have also been commenting that my hair looks curlier recently, and I swear I've just been using these two. This is literally magic in a bottle. Third is this gel. I did not expect it to be that good. If you watched my AI video, you know that AI recommended this gel for me, but I swear it's crazy good. It has a strong hold and it's moisturizing, and it's perfect for thick curly hair. Lastly is the entire Miss Jessie's line. I crossed the border just to get these products. A bit more on the expensive side, but they're perfect for wash and goes. And I'm a student, so I love finding products that I can just put in my hair, walk out the door, and not have to worry about my hair for the rest of the day. Comment for a part 2 because I have a lot more recommendations for you guys.
Don't go buying curly hair products if you and your hair are strangers. As promised, I am back to start the series. You have curly hair, you just aren't using the right products and tools. I stand on the fact that a lot of us have curly hair. We just don't know it because we aren't putting the right things in our hair and we are using the right tools to do our hair. So I am here to help you as much as I can. I'm a former girl who was in denial about having curly hair, but I worked my way out, and I figure if I can speed up the process for you, then I will have done my job and I will be so happy. So I figured what better way to start this series than by giving you 5 questions that you need to answer about your hair before you even step foot in Ulta, in Sephora, or wherever you buy your curly hair products. Imagine going in a store and buying a gift for a stranger. You want it to be a good gift. You want great reactions, aka results, when you give this gift to the stranger. It's impossible. You got to get to know them first, okay? Let's get to it. Number 1, you need to answer the question, what is my curly hair type and what is my porosity? You probably have heard these words float around in the videos that you watch as you're trying to achieve your curly hair. I'm here to explain. Curly hair types are the different patterns of hair based on the shape of your strands. They range from loose waves to tight coils. These hair patterns have been categorized into 4 different sections. Number 1, type 1 hair, which is typically straight. Type 2 hair, wavy hair. Each section is divided into 3 more sections, which is A through C. So you have 2A, 2B, 2C. Next, of course, you guessed it, is type 3 hair, 3A, 3B, 3C. And lastly, you have type 4 hair, 4A, 4B, 4C. Figure out your curly hair type. I know it may be hard. I'm gonna tell you a quick way that you can figure it out. After you wash your hair and it's product free, I want you to examine your strands. Pick out a few and look at the pattern of it. Is it super coily? Maybe in the type 4 range. Is it a little bit looser than coily? Maybe you might be in the type 3 range. Would you actually not call it a curl but more of a wave? Then you might be in the type 2 range. Once you figure out what category you're in, then you can get a little bit more in depth about A, B, or C. There are also pictures that show examples on Google, like this one, and you'll be well on your way to figuring out your hair pattern. Porosity. Listen, this word used to scare me because I did not know what it meant, but now I do. Porosity just refers to your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. Porosity is so important when it comes to choosing curly hair products. We need our curls healthy and we need them hydrated. How do you determine your porosity? The first thing you can do is the float test. Take a clean strand of hair, drop it into a glass of water. If the hair floats to the top, you probably have low porosity hair. If the hair floats for a moment, moment and then slowly sinks, you may have medium porosity. But if the hair sinks quickly, then you have high porosity hair. So that's the first question that you answer. What is my hair type / porosity? Next question you ask yourself is, what are the needs of my hair specifically? Does your hair need hydration, protein, volume, or even frizz control? Identifying whether or not your hair is dry, damaged, or healthy will really be a good place to start before you go buy products. I, for one, really struggle with hydration. So when I go out, I'm looking for products that are really, really good at hydrating my hair. The third question is, what is the density and thickness of my hair? That just means how much hair you got. This does impact the type of products you should buy, but most importantly, the application of those products. For example, thicker hair like the one I got needs heavier cream and a lot of sectioning when I do my hair, whereas finer hair can use more lightweight products. The fourth question, what that scalp looking like? Don't get me started on scalp. I have a condition called seborrheic dermatitis. It makes my scalp dry, flaky. For a long time, I thought I just had dandruff until I went to the dermatologist and they told me, no girl, you got a condition. You need medicine. I got the medicine prescribed to me and I'm doing good over here, y'all. Since I started making content on this app, I realized that a lot of girls don't even know that they have dermatitis. So we gotta get to knowing what our scalp is like. This also is important when it's time to buy shampoo and treatments. You be kind to your scalp, it's gonna sprout some good hair, all right? Lastly, and the most important question that I can think of is, how much time, effort, and money am I willing to invest in my curly hair? Listen, y'all, my curly girls know it is a full-time job to be somebody with curly hair who is committed to wearing it out. It's time consuming. Sometimes it doesn't come out the way you want it to. And these hair products are going up when it comes to prices. Is this a journey that you really want to embark on? Just because it's good for someone else doesn't necessarily mean that it would fit your lifestyle right now. And that's okay, because eventually, one day when you can, you will. Those are all the questions that I can think of. Go answer them for yourselves. In part 2, we're gonna start getting into these products. I have some great recommendations for some great lines that you can start with if you're really trying to wear your curly hair out. Thanks for watching. I got a feeling I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
One of the main reasons of why your curls are coming out like this instead of this is because you're not using enough water. So let me show you how to fix this frizz with just a few easy steps.
First, you're gonna grab your spray bottle and absolutely drench your hair. People often think that using just water on your ends are enough, but you need to be soaking your roots too. Another key tip is to also apply gel to your roots. I like to start the middle and then go down to my ends, and whatever I have left, I just apply it to my roots to avoid any buildup. The last step is to add tension at the root with a styling brush. You want to imagine it like ribbon and scissors when gliding the brush through your hair, and this will make it clump into ringlets. I'm sorry, but like, the results speak for themselves, and this method works for me every single time.
Here's some curly hair tips coming from someone that has struggled with their hair for years. And no, my hair has not always looked like this. It used to be horrific. So the number one thing I struggled with when I was younger was definitely frizz. So I'm going to give you guys tips on that. Guys, if you're wetting down your hair and it's not dripping wet, you're not doing it right. If your hair is not 100% wet, when it dries, it's 100% going to be frizzy. My next tip is definitely doing your hair in sections, especially for people with longer hair. If you have shorter hair, I guess it doesn't really matter, but doing my hair in sections has definitely gave me more definition and less frizz. My next tips are on length. So I've never really struggled with the length of my hair, but I 100% believe it's because my mom would braid my hair every single night when I was younger, and I still braid my hair before I go to bed now. Obviously not when it's curly, usually when I have gone out of the shower or I just haven't done my curl routine. And I have made a tutorial on how I basically grew my hair, so you guys can go look at that. But anyways, if you guys have any more questions, definitely comment them and I will try to answer them. Bye guys.
If you're new to the curly hair world, welcome. Today I'm going to walk you through 5 things that I wish I knew at the beginning of my curly hair journey. First things first, this is a disclaimer. Your curls will not immediately start looking incredible the first time you try a curly hair styling method. If you typically blow out your hair, curl it, straighten it, it's going to take some time for your curls to bounce back and become healthy again. That's part of the curly hair process, so you should be so proud of your curls every step of the way. Number 2, always style your hair when it's wet. Curls love water. Water is moisture. Put your curl creams, your styling gels on wet hair. This can either be soaking wet or damp. Just make sure that it's wet. 3, when you apply your curly hair products, you're going to want to use the praying hands motion to glide the product into your hair and then scrunch. So while your hair is wet, you're scrunching all those products in and you're encouraging that curl definition. I've got plenty of tutorials on my page that have to do with styling, drying your hair, the whole 9, so make sure to check it out. Tip number 4, learn how to protect your curls at night. So your hair might look amazing today, but if you go to sleep on it, it's gonna look crazy. Invest in a good satin or silk pillowcase. You can get one off Amazon. I have them linked linked in my storefronts. Try putting a pineapple, try doing a bonnet, try pineapple and a bonnet. You might look a little silly at first, but you'll get used to it, and so will your partner. And 5, stop using terry cloth towels on your hair, please. They are causing frizz, it's drying out your hair, it's causing breakage. Switch to a microfiber towel. You can get them on Amazon, at Walmart. Make sure it's microfiber. That is the most gentle microfiber for your hair. Bonus tip, when your hair is dry and it feels a little bit crunchy, don't think you did something wrong. That's a curl cast. That means your gel has actually formed a cast around your curls and is making sure they stay protected. So you can get rid of that cast by using a light oil, scrunching it out, and it'll reveal super soft curls.
Would you believe me if I told you that this is day 3 hair and it will last me like this for another 3 to 4 days? So quite a lot of people keep asking how I manage to maintain my hair for a whole week. So this is my tips and tricks and things that I do to get my hair to last me. So the first trick is pretty obvious. Obviously a good sleep routine is going to make your hair last the whole week. I do have my bonnet routine in my hair tutorials playlist on my page, but another trick that I've never really seen anyone mention is using the plopping method with a t-shirt to sleep but on dry hair. So essentially you just do the same thing as you would with wet curls but do it on dry hair. I've done it so many times when I don't have my bonnet on hand, and honestly it works so well. So that's probably something to give a try if bonnets don't really work for you or you don't have one to hand. My second trick is hair oil. I hair oil every single day. I just take a small amount and run it through my hair as I'm separating my curls. It helps to deter the frizz so that your hair lasts longer. My favourite is the Olaplex hair oil. This is my mini one that I'm trying to use up before I open the big one. But another one that I really like, this is a fresh bottle, so you know I actually like it. It's the Umberto Giannini Rosemary Scalp and Hair Oil. I don't put it on my scalp unless it's the night before wash day, but this on the ends works wonders. So my next trick is how I maintain my volume through the week. So if I'm not going out and I'm just like sitting at home, I always put my hair like smack bang on the top of my head in a really loose bun with just like a super thin soft bobble, or I like bunch it all forward and push it forward and then just clip it up so it stays like upright. Obviously that wasn't a very good demonstration, but that is how I've like literally trained my hair to stay upright so my volume doesn't die off through the week. The final thing that I do is if I need to refresh any curls throughout the week, I literally use plain water. I don't use any additional products, no curl creams, nothing. I find if I reapply the products through the week, my hair gets really heavy and really clumpy and it just doesn't dry the same. So if I need to refresh any curls that have like gone deformed or frizzy, anything like that, I literally just use plain water and then my hair stays fluffy and round.
Hi guys, get ready with me while I talk about how I saved my hair after I had my straightening phase. I have curly hair, by the way. But first, before we do all that, let's do the grand reveal. Oh, wow, okay. Okay. You know what? She doesn't look that bad. Okay, so basically, in the 7th and 8th grade, I straightened my hair like crazy because it was just frizzy. Like, I didn't know I had curly hair, so I would just brush it out every day, and it would just look like, I would look like a lion. And then, my stepdad actually was like, hey, like, I know this girl, she has curly hair, she can, like, help you. So, at the end of 8th grade, I went to a hair salon, and I got my hair, like, put product in and diffused for the first time, and it honestly, I mean, it looked way better than it always did, but it's not gonna, like, look extremely curly and extremely healthy and how you want it to your very first time, like, doing it. I didn't like the way my hair started to look until maybe last year, and I'm a junior, so basically, the way you can, like, help your hair if you just don't want damaged hair anymore. So I do get highlights, but for about, like, maybe a year or 2, I did not get any at all. Of course, I have them now, but that's because even when I get them, my hair is a little raggedy for a few days after, but it's whatever. You can put heat on it. Just, like, do it for, like, only extremely special occasions, like, maybe only in the winter also, so that there's actually a point of doing it, because why would you put heat on your hair if it's not even gonna stay? Because I know you curly girls, I mean, unless you live in, like, the driest desert ever, it's not staying. My next pro tip is find a routine and stick with it. I mean, like, don't abandon your hair products. Like, I started to use Shea Moisture shampoo and conditioner, and I still do. I like Shea Moisture products, and I've still been using the same thing for like, ever. My Not Your Mother's Sculpting Curl Gel, or whatever it is, that's the only gel I've ever used besides this one, and I tried this last night. I mean, I'm not like a professional or anything, but I'm pretty sure that's what's healthy for your hair. Like, you don't need to be trying a bunch of new products and putting a bunch of different things in it. Like, don't do that. So for some reason in 8th grade, I decided it would be great to get a bob. A bob. So a lot of people asked me how I grew my hair out. I didn't cut it. And I know that, like, everyone says, like, oh, you need to cut your hair for it to grow, but you know what? I think that's a myth, because if you keep your hair healthy, you shouldn't get split ends, meaning you shouldn't have to cut your hair. I'm extremely sure that the first time that I, like, cut my hair was when I went and got highlights done again for the first time. So I didn't cut my hair for, like, 2 years straight. And you know what? My hair still grew. And everyone asked me how I grew it, so I think something that can help, which helped me a lot with, like, having curly hair and, like, saving it after, like, I say, like, so much. Oh my gosh. Saving your hair after having a straightening phase can be documenting it. So, like, online on social media, because that is what I did. And it helps. It honestly helps, because people are counting on you to see the progress. And if you kill your hair, what are you going to do about that? Anywho, one more tip. Basically, this is probably not the last one, but diffusing your hair basically is still putting heat on it. I hope you guys know that, but it is a lot better for you. But for those, like, even since I very first started in 8th grade, I rarely diffuse my hair. I always air dry it, because that's still extra heat on your hair, and it's also in, like, right there, blowing the hot heat on it. I don't know. And if you decide that you really want to straighten your hair, I guess, because you know what I used to say? I'm gonna straighten my hair to see, like, my growth progress. Girl, I mean, like, I guess that's reasonable, but I know so damn well I was lying. But if you do put heat on your hair, use heat protectant. The one that I use, I don't even know if this one's good or not, but I know that Chi is good. I use the Barbie Chi one. I love her. As you can tell, I mean, I made a TikTok about how I didn't have dead hair, and everyone came at me saying I did. But I think that's just because people are miserable. People are miserable, you guys. Don't listen to them. Like, they will put you down for every reason they can. I didn't do this up until about, maybe, like, a year ago. Not even, like, consistently wearing one. A bonnet. So, I mean, you don't necessarily extremely need one, but my hair has gotten much more beautiful wearing one. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing with this powder. Anywho, if you guys are going to take away anything from this video, I think it should be that you need to stay consistent, because if you're not consistent, then it's highly probable that it's not gonna work. I mean, I guess, well, you can just, like, not do your hair ever, but staying consistent with really doing your hair and seeing the progress, oh my god, in your curls helps so much, because that's what helped me, seeing that my curls are getting curlier, because they will. Trust me, when I first started out, I had, like, almost pin straight hair, but it was, like, frizzy, like, it just wouldn't unfrizz, because I love the way I look with straight hair. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. It makes me look amazing, but curly hair, it's just not worth it. It's not worth killing your hair, because over time, no matter what, your hair is just gonna die if you keep straightening it. So let this be your motivation to stop straightening your hair. I don't know if this is because I have curly hair, but my lashes are so curled. Like, look, naturally, I don't know why. And this one is always curled more than this one, if you can't tell right now. Okay, so if you guys are in need of any more tips or tricks, or have any questions, like, please ask and I'll answer. I swear. Okay, bye guys. Stop straightening your hair.
If your curly hair never lasts overnight, or it does last, but as soon as you step outside it looks insane, watch this video. The first step is just to take a water bottle and dampen your hair. You don't want to soak your hair, because then it's not going to be dry before you leave. You're just going to lightly dampen it. Once your hair is damp, you're going to take a hair gel, and I would suggest a hair gel that creates a good gel cast. I'm using the curling custard from Kinky Curly, and I'm going to take, like, a pea-sized amount and add some water. Distribute the product throughout my hands and then smooth it over my hair. And I'm repeating the same process with another pea-sized amount on the back of my hair and then scrunching. And I'm repeating the same steps on the other side. That's honestly all you have to do, but sometimes I like to take a few pieces that look kind of messed up and just re-wet them. Like, if the pieces are frizzy, I'll just redo them. I added a little bit more gel to the section, and now I'm just going to brush style. I'm repeating the same thing on the other side. Then you're literally already done refreshing, and I like to add some clips at the top while I diffuse for volume. Then I'm just going to hover diffuse my hair for 5 to 10 minutes until it's completely dry. Now that my hair is completely dry, I'm just going to scrunch the gel cast out with some hair oil, and then I'm done. I'm just going to take a few pumps and smooth it and scrunch it into my hair. And just keep adding hair oil until your gel cast is completely gone and your hair is soft again. This is the result of my hair. It's still a little bit wet, but it'll dry within 30 minutes. This is literally my day 3 hair, and I can probably keep doing this until day 5 because the refresh works so good. So I hope this tutorial helped you.
At this point, if you're on curly hair TikTok, you probably know what curly hair products you should be buying, but what hairbrushes should you be buying? Let's get into it. Okay, this is like really bright, but first is some kind of wet brush that you can bring in the shower and it won't get damaged. I just use a good old paddle brush. You just want to have some kind of detangling brush for when you're using conditioner to detangle your hair in the shower. You should only be brushing your hair while it's wet. Next is a wide tooth comb. This is life-changing. Everyone with curly hair needs to have one of these, and you probably aren't even realizing that you should. Outside of the shower, you're going to use this to detangle, you're going to use this to section, you're going to use this to split up any wet curl clumps. Next is a styling brush. I use a Denman brush. A lot of people also use like the bounce curl defining brush. This just helps speed up styling time so that you don't have to finger curl everything individually. The difference between these two is that this one you're using more often when you don't have product in your hair, and this one you use after you've put the product in your hair. I have the D3 model of the Denman brush. I've been using this for so long. Love the way that it makes my hair look. Next, you have your hair brushes and combs that you use to make curly hairstyles. This fine tooth comb is going to make slick backs, ponytails, buns, literally anything 10 times easier for you. Using this before a bristle brush is just going to get rid of any like big lumps that you have on your scalp before you put it up. But again, you're only using this after you've made your hair slightly wet up here. And last step is a bristle brush. But we're gonna give a lesson on what kind of bristle brush you should be getting really quick. This is the one that I used to use, and oh my gosh, no wonder I had so much breakage. These bristles feel like plastic. You can hear how like stiff and hard it is. This is my new bristle brush from MEJ. Look at this, it's so soft. These bristles are so hard that it just like is going to make your hair snap. This is what I was using up until like a few weeks ago. So that's gone. This one has entered my life now. My biggest piece of advice for when you're looking for a bristle brush is just to make sure that the bristles are soft. This is what you're going to use to just help brush during slick back hairstyles or any kind of other hairstyle you're doing. So yeah, these are the curly hair brushes that I use on a weekly basis. Could not go without them. And that is my little curly hair lesson of the day. Bye!
If your curls are looking frizzy like this and you cannot seem to get your hair to curl at the root, it's probably because you're not sectioning your hair correctly. So these are my trusty tips and tricks on how you can make your hair look something like this. So first I grab my detangling brush and just detangle all of my hair. Then I section off my bangs in a U shape. Make sure your hair is soaking wet because wet frizz equals dry frizz. Next, I take my finger and go straight across my hair and pull out a really small section. And you want it to look something like this. If you're looking for a really strong hold gel, get you this. And then I take my styling brush and go all the way up to the top and then ribbon curl my hair at the bottom. And then you can see that there's no frizz. And I do this method all the way up to the top of my hair. You want to make sure that the brush is all the way to your scalp so the separation starts at your roots. So as you can see, this side is a lot more separated at the root rather than this side.
And that's how I'm able to get results like this every single time.
I got 5 reasons why your curly wash and go sucks. Number 1, you're not using enough water in your hair. If your hair looks like this and you are slapping on products, you're starting off wrong already, babe. Your hair needs to be drenched in water. Which leads me to reason number 2. Your sections need to be small. I know, crazy. I hated to hear it too. Number 3, the products you're using either don't go together or don't help you reach your goals. You have to make sure that your products mix well. Read the ingredients. If you read the ingredients and the first 2 products is water for both the products, you have a winner most times. Number 4. Now, before I get into this one, hear me out. Just listen. I've seen this conversation online a few times and the girls get mad. But stop putting oil in your hair. I know. I was shocked. I was devastated when I was told this by my curly hair specialist. She said, "You're putting oil in your hair. You're greasing your scalp. You're spraying like oil sheens and stuff in your hair, and it's ruining your wash and goes." I was just like, huh? Oil is what keeps my hair shiny. Oil is what keeps my hair moisturized. Oil is what keeps my hair healthy. And all of that is wrong, wrong, wrong. And here's why. Oil is a sealant. Oil does not moisturize your hair. Oil does not help your hair shine. Oil, all it does is weigh down your hair and it messes with your products. I used to think that I had really bad dandruff. Turns out I had oil on my scalp and on literally every piece of last strand of my hair so bad that every time I put a product on top of my hair or on my scalp, it would just sit there and build up and build up and build up and flake, making me think that I had dandruff. I haven't put oils, creams, butters, nothing like that in my hair in about 5 years, and I see a tremendous change in my definition, my volume, the healthiness of my hair, the shine of my hair, all because I stopped using oil. Number 5. Too many people are stopping at this part of the process and letting their hair air dry. Don't let your hair air dry. All that's gonna do is cause frizziness and friction to your hair, and it's gonna mess up all the work you just put in. Be on the lookout for more videos while I go into detail about those 5 points. See you next time.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. All credit goes to the original creators. See you in the next one.